This is the CS-63. It is a Polish Tier 10 Tech Medium. It's a vehicle I've talked about a bit on the channel here and there, mainly because of the fact it's a super mediocre tank that I wouldn't ever recommend you grind. And seems like a lot of you guys are definitely agreeing with that advice, as it is the least popular Tier 10 in the game. So yeah, pretty dookie there. The reason I wanted to make a video today is to talk about A, what could be buffed on this tank to make it more enjoyable, and B, man, why I'm so sad it's not that good of a vehicle, because this legendary camo, in my opinion, looks incredible. This has got to be one of the coolest camos in the game. I was tuning with Flossie during live stream yesterday, and I hadn't picked up this camo yet on my main account because I had missed the offer when it was available. I didn't have the gold or something like that, so I never managed to pick it up. But, wow, I think that this is possibly one of the coolest legendary camos Wargaming has put into the game. And it's just so disappointing that it's for a vehicle that literally nobody gives a flying fork about. It's so sad. But in today's video, as I said, we're going to be talking about what I think Wargaming could do to the CS. Definitely at some point in the future, this vehicle will be receiving a buff. I'm not sure if Wargaming is waiting for the mass rebalance of Tier 10 like they've done in the past before they change this vehicle, or I don't really know, maybe they're just waiting for feedback. But the tank definitely needs changing. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with that. I'm pretty sure Wargaming even knows that. I don't know what's taking them so long. What's the holdup? Please rebalance this vehicle. So what are the problems with this tank? Well, first of all, its accuracy is incredibly mediocre. 0.317 dispersion is not good for only 340 damage per shot. It's actually quite bad. And when you pair that with the fact that the vehicle has mediocre mobility, and its alpha damage isn't very high, it only has about 3,200 DPM, which isn't great, and it has very little armor. It's a combination of nothingness. You know, there's nothing about this vehicle that necessarily makes you want to play it. Like, yeah, it's got tungsten, which is cool, I guess, and there's certain people out there that might really like that. But so does the Kampfpanzer 50-ton, and the KPZ 50-ton has more armor and similar mobility and a much better gun in terms of accuracy and similar alpha and also way more DPM. So in that regard, yeah, I'll just go for the Kampfpanzer 50-ton. And if you say, well, that's a premium and I don't have a premium, well, great. Then you can play something like the WZ-121, which still has, like, every advantage, and it's, you know, a tech tree. So, I don't know. In that regard, I just see the CS as inferior to other tanks. I mean, look at that accuracy there. Can you name a lot of mediums that would miss that shot? Because I can't. That was a very easy shell, and yet it just flat missed. Oh man, that WZ rolled us for 426. That kind of sucks. Alright, well, we got the WZ, we got the 4005, and 4005 is such a large vehicle that it literally can't hide. Oh, another thing about this tank, which you may have noticed just there, is the shell velocity is pretty dang mid. Features some of the most mediocre shell velocity in Tier 10. Once again, just being such a meh tank. So we got the WZ over here, and kind of hoping I can put on my tungsten. There you go. We got one nice shell into his tank. And let's reload, and let's aim it on his vehicle. There you go. Now, I will say, like, you can get some pretty good results out in this tank if you play it properly. Like, we took a lot off that enemy WZ, and I don't think he enjoyed that all too much, if I'm going to be completely real. So you can definitely have good results in this tank. But you can also have really bad results in it. So it's very hit or miss, literally. We have the enemy prog off to the side. We get a nice shell, but he high rolls us. I don't know what's up with the enemy high rolling me today, but it's not great. Let's see. If the Yo backs up, that's going to give me the ability to aim it on. Oh my rat. Can't believe that just happened. Please don't have another shot. Okay, thankfully he doesn't. We get a nice shell into the prog. I just can't believe that our tank got wedged that way. Oh boy. Prog shoots me again. Thankfully, we get a nice shell, and the Yo finishes him off. So, not the worst result, but kind of annoying that the Prog went out of his way to shoot at us there. Definitely not great for our tank. But, like, I don't know. This tank's just so mid, and that's the problem. Like, if it had a lot of good things going for it, it could definitely be fun, but it just doesn't. And because of that, it's a very meh tank. Now, we have the enemy BZ-68 YOLOing me, and I'm just going to back on up because there's really nothing else I can do in this situation. We have the WZ in the back, and I'm going to pull up. The BZ's on reload, so we can obviously put on our tungsten. Well, actually, I'm not going to do tungsten. I'm just going to shoot the BZ as much as possible. Try to lower his HP. I think we should be able to out-reload him here. There you go. So yeah, like, the tank's not bad. You know, a lot of people say, like, the CS is the worst tank ever, and I definitely don't think, great voice crack for me, but I definitely don't think, like, it's the worst tank in existence. Its gun can definitely get out, some big old bonks, but at the same time, its gun can also get out some really, really bad ones. So the enemy Leopard is over here, and we finish off the Leopard for 294. Just like that, all that's left is the WZ-132-1, who has 385 health. So we're just going to jump on down right here, and there you go, nice 306 shot. There you go. That's just shy of 5,000 damage. So a pretty solid result. I mean, you can definitely do good in this vehicle. There's no question about it. But I just don't get why the tank doesn't have more to make it different from other tier 10s, to make it more enjoyable. Personally, I would buff the accuracy. I would buff maybe the alpha damage. If this tank had 360 damage per shot, I think it would be quite fun. If this tank had more DPM, you know, right now it's got a max of like 3,300, give it 3,600, give it 3,700 DPM if you want to keep it with these very mediocre characteristics. Give it more mobility. Give this tank better turret armor. I don't want another hull-down medium, so I'd much rather have a solid gun. When it comes to the pen, why does this tank only have 305 mils of APCR? It's one of the worst pen values for a medium in the game. Buff it. These are all things that could be really cool. In fact, I think it would be really cool if maybe Wargaming went a really crazy route and just gave this tank like 330 mils of APCR pen, giving it like the highest pen for a medium. These are all things that are options that could be done to the CS63 that would allow it to be exciting. There's so many different routes. They could add a turbo mode, which is on PC, and I think would be so cool in Blitz. These are all things I would like to see done. As of right now, the tank is very mid, and these are the reasons why. So, game number 2. Let's see, up against us we have a Kampfpanzer 50-ton, Speak of the Devil, and a 121B 200LT TVP. See, all those enemy vehicles have something unique about them. And I don't know, I just don't see much of a reason. Again, like the TVP's got the clip, the Kampfpanzer's got the DPM and the tungsten, the T100LT's got the spotting mechanic and the stupid mobility, and the 121B has adaptive concealment, which is one of the coolest abilities in the game. In fact, I've already spotted, which is very odd. Yeah, that's why. I was about to say, like, I don't know how I'm spotted, but it makes sense now that the enemy 200 is out in the open. We actually light him on fire. That's just some good luck, but I'll take it. T100 did spot me, though, for 20 seconds as well, because that's obviously what the spotting mechanic is on that tank. The enemy 121B. That was a lucky shot. Now, I will say, on move dispersion-wise, this tank isn't the worst thing ever, so you can definitely hit some decent shots on the move, but it's definitely not good either. We got the 121B and TVP all the way in the back, and somehow they have literally gotten their hands and cheeks clapped. But the KPZ is still full health, so I will have to keep that in mind. Alright, let's see. I'm going to drive up here. I'm going to aim it on the enemy chieftain. There you go. Nice 337 shot. Not bad. Let's see. I'm not going to shoot at the U100 yet. I'm just going to try and clear the enemy TVP. That was a very important shot, obviously. And I don't want to get hit by the chieftain. So I'm going to chill right here. Let's see. Okay, Chieftain doesn't seem like he's too worried about me, so I'm going to put on my tungsten, I'm going to put on my adrenaline, and we're going to just see if I can dunk shells into these players. We got one right there, 2, nice, 409, we get a bounce. Stritzvon is going to tunnel me, but I really don't care. We get another shell, 420 roll. Stritzvon dies, as I said, not really sure why he focused me when he had much bigger fish to deal with. We get a shell into the enemy E100 once. We're going to aim it again, get a second shell. So yeah, like, I don't know. I do okay in the CS. Like, this was another 3K game here. So, it's not like it's, as I said, the worst tank ever. But it's just not a vehicle that I think is incredibly fun. If I'd played a Kampfpanzer 50-ton, I probably could have done quite a bit more damage this game with that DPM difference. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, 3,400 damage is first class, and I think that says just about everything. I don't hate this tank. These are the only couple games I've played in it, but it's just why grind it when you can drive a Progetto, or you can drive a Stritzvon, or literally any other medium in tier 10 or heavy at that. So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the CS. But let me know what you would change about it. What would you buff? What would you nerf? I don't know. But hopefully enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.